So, you want to film for a race team.
This should get us going, I reckon.
Yeah, have a little taste.
Recently I started working with the Premier Newland racing team as their videographer. They compete in the Supercars Championship, with team drivers Tim Slade and Jimmy Golding. On the team you'll also find engineers, mechanics, and these two who just stare at screens all day. The series is held all over Australia, from Perth to Townsville and everywhere in between. It kicks off in February and wraps up around November each year, spanning 12 rounds. Every race weekend we travel to the track on Wednesday. We all meet at the workshop and hop on a bus to the airport. The team is roughly a group of 30 people, the majority of them based on the Gold Coast. One perk of being part of such a big team is access to the airport lounge before the flight. I mean, who doesn't love free food and drinks? Wednesdays are our chill day. We usually find something fun to do around town or hit a pub for a few neck oils before a team dinner. We all stay together in the same hotel, sharing rooms with a teammate. Thursday is when the real work begins. This is setup day. It's all hands on deck to unpack the truck and set up the garage for the weekend. This includes everything from a mobile workshop to a viewing area at the back of the pits for guests and sponsors. The cars don't hit the track until Friday, with the main events on Saturday and Sunday. Each day we arrive to the track around 6 AM and we stay until way after dark. Since we're on the track for so long, we travel with a catering crew. We have our chef, Pistol Pete, who provides breakfast, lunch and dinner for everyone. For the events, I try to fit all my camera gear into one bag. My kit includes a lot of gear and accessories I generally don't use but have there for those just in case moments. Most of the time, this is what I run with. My Sony FX3 with the Sigma 24-70 2.8 lens, a variable 5-stop ND filter, a monitor, a side handle, and a Sennheiser MKE 600 that attaches to the top handle, powered by the camera itself. It takes time to figure out where to stand and get good shots without being in the way of the mechanics in the garage. I've found that spending time getting to know the team and having a laugh with them results in better shots to include in the edit.
You know what he's up to, don't you?
We're allocated a schedule before the event. This covers every minute of each day, from arriving to the track until we leave back to the hotel. I'm allocated some slots to film with the drivers and engineers during the weekend. My style is more raw than scripted, so I like to catch them right after the session to talk about the wins and losses as the event progresses. I found this is the best way to get raw emotion rather than just those boring scripted videos that everyone has at the end. One of the hardest things I find about filming for a race team is avoiding conflicting sponsors in the background of the shots, which is something we all have to deal with. So for anyone looking to get into this field, know your sponsors and the conflicting ones. Keep them out of your shots and work around it. Saves a lot of time editing. We're also not allowed to film anything outside of the garage during televised events. Those rights are owned by broadcasting and streaming networks. We have access to the television footage, which I incorporate into the videos to give the viewers context on what happened during the day. Before the event starts, I'm given a content list, which is a breakdown of videos needed for the sponsors and team social media. This normally consists of daily wrap-up videos, a couple of reels, and some sponsor-specific interviews with the drivers. They're all shot and edited day by day, so they can be posted for fans to watch as the event's happening. The edits are done inside the transport truck, which turns into a mobile office for a couple of us. Luckily, there's aircon in here, so it saves us from the heat on those hot weekends. When I started my journey to become a videographer, I dreamed of getting a client like this. Fast cars, new mates, and lots of travel. What more could you want? The hours are long, the weekends are tiring, and sometimes it's tough to put a positive spin on a rough weekend. But hey, that's racing. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm incredibly lucky to have this job and stoked to be doing what I love for a living. I've been Brandon, and I'll see you in the next one.